like no one saw him for.
Yeah. Well, he quit jiu-jitsu. I heard.
He quit jiu-jitsu and became like a financial advisor or something like
Real
that.
estate or something.
But he's making a lot of money
I don't know. Yeah.
with
probably.
Anthony Bourdain's ex-wife.
Oh, really?
They do jiu-jitsu together.
Who?
Her name is something Bourdain, the dark-haired girl.
Olivia.
Olivia.
Yeah, they have a video together
They have a bunch of. Well, they did. I've seen a bunch of little
seminar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's his girlfriend. Is she?
That's so funny because I was like, "Fucking that girl." Are we on?
We are.
Anyway.
What's up, guys? Welcome. This was not planned, but it's
so glad I
fucking
didn't
amazing.
say who it was because you know her.
All right, it's okay.
I'll tell you later. That was hilarious.
Yeah. That was good. Anyway, this is episode, I think, 20, maybe? Yeah?
No, really?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
I was going to say like 16.
No. We're past 18, at least 19 or 20.
Wow.
I just didn't check. But anyway, I'm Lou with Zian. Welcome back to 4 Cauliflower Ears show. And...
that was a scene from our upcoming movie.
That was something, you know.
It's a buddy film.
This was good, man.
We'll tell you more about it later. We're still getting it right.
Yeah, we are filming. I just want to make sure we didn't miss that.
That's an Easter egg right there.
Fucking hilarious, man.
If I thought anybody watched this,
Fucking this guy.
I would probably be more concerned. I'll tell you real quick what's funny though. I wanted to remember to tell you this. An old girlfriend of mine, we had like a little back and forth text thing for just a little bit. I talked to her like once or twice a year on text. But I was like in love with her forever. I still am in love with her. I pray for her every day. Anyway, it was funny. We were texting back and forth. Oh, she was asking me if I was okay with the fires. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm far away from that. It's crazy, but it's not really close to me. She was like, I saw you on your podcast.
Damn, we're famous.
I haven't talked to her I haven't spoken with her in like 2 years. And I was just like, whoa.
Must have seen you on Instagram or something.
I mean, I can see how she would have.
Yeah.
But it was just like, for a second, I was like...
You're like, you want to get back together? Now that I'm famous and shit.
What's funny is what she said. She's like, I saw you on your podcast. You look the same, just older.
What's that supposed to mean?
And then she was like,
somebody tells
we
me
all
that.
we all get older. I was like...
Can you imagine you say that to a woman? Can you imagine you're like, God damn it, you look the same, just older.
Like...
There's a woman you're not going to see again. Speak of burning bridges.
Dude.
It's somehow okay to tell that to a guy.
If she called me right now and was like, do you want to get married? I'd be like, okay.
Right, in
Quit
the middle
my
of
job,
the podcast.
get all my savings.
In the middle of the podcast.
Right now. But I only said that because I know no one's watching.
But maybe she will.
She
said, that's going to be very interesting. Imagine you get married because of what you just said.
That'd be dope.
Imagine how much freakier it would be if she just called you right now. Because we're not live, we're recording.
That would be dope. That would be a message.
I would definitely run away.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'll see you later, bro.
I don't believe in supernatural shit.
No
but
such thing as coincidence.
That would be
Dude,
crazy.
that'd be insane.
Anyway, she hasn't called by now, she won't.
Yeah, she's not.
Nah. What are the odds?
That's going to be... Oh, man, maybe that could be like the movie. We'll put that in the Buddy movie.
What movie?
The Buddy movie.
Oh, the Buddy. I thought we were...
Well, remember the first thing? The shocking scene?
Oh, yeah.
That was like a little preview,
yeah.
Yeah.
Sounded more like the beginning of a porn movie. I was fucking that girl.
Yeah. It's
Oh, my God.
art film.
Oh, shit. That was funny, man. That was
pretty funny.
That was good. What have you been up to? You were sick last week. We couldn't record last week because
Dude.
Ian was...
I was sick.
Health was
I was
failing.
sick and I had a...
You had a strained
Strained
groin?
groin.
Strained groin? Yeah.
Yeah, it was super painful. I came in here on Monday, and it was still tender, but I rolled around lightly. It feels a lot better now, and it's good to not be sick.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
You just don't want to come in here when you're like sick.
No, yeah, for
So
sure.
it's like I had to take the whole...
No, you don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, this story would have never popped out if you
No.
were sick. You wouldn't been so, you know...
I was sick. I never get sick.
I
So when I
like-
get sick, I get sick.
I like the bandana thing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
This is my.
When you
My-
walked out the car, I wasn't sure who it was.
This is my little country.
You should have worn it on January 6th. It would have fit right in.
Well, I'm kind of. This is my rebel. This is my rebel / punk rock statement.
No, I like it. I like it. Did you watch the latest UFC? Did you catch?
Okay,
I did not watch the whole thing.
I watched.
because I worked and I got home early from work and I'm like, shit, I gotta put this live. I put it live. I only caught the last 3 fights, I think.
Yeah.
No, I caught Prohashka and then the next.
I saw all of the main event, and
The main events I saw,
Yeah,
not the whole main card.
I saw most of the undercard. But I had to do it in a weird way because Dana White came down hard on.
Yeah, he did apparently. Yeah.
So what I had to do, I had to go back to an old technique. If you look hard enough on YouTube, there are crazy people that will put up the fight right after it's over, and it takes the UFC or
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
or whoever finds them. It takes them a while.
Yeah.
And there's always a couple, and they're from other countries and stuff.
Yeah.
I found one, and usually they have to really kind of use weird focusing stuff to try to dodge the algorithm, and it's kind of tough to watch. A lot of them. I found one that was this. It was an Islam guy. It was a guy that put up a bunch of like Muslim
Yeah,
religious type stuff.
Oh my
It
God.
all in like that language. There was no English on there, but he had the UFCs, which I thought was cool. So I actually subscribed to him just to
Maybe
kind
he'll
of
show up again.
just to say thanks. But that's how I watched the matches, and some of the matches were in like 3 separate pieces.
Yeah.
The
Around
Right.
by the round. Yeah.
well, not even.
Didn't
One would be
MMA core used to be
the
like
first
that.
one would be like 7 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh, wow.
And then the next would be like 18 minutes.
Yeah.
So I had to watch it like I'm not used to watching it, but I was thankful that I got to see it because there were some good fights for sure.
Yeah. I only saw the Prohashka and then Jamahil and then the.
That was a great fight.
Then the co-main event and the main event. So
The Merab fight was probably, in
Merab
my
fight was
opinion, was the
crazy.
best fight.
It
It
was
was the
crazy.
most emotional, and it was no one expected it to go down like that.
I really regret.
I'm so proud of him.
Yeah.
I'm so proud. Even though old boy broke his hand in the first round, and that probably hindered his.
It did hinder, but I think that the main issue that
I think his heart,
Umar had.
his lungs kind of blew up.
Yeah, but the thing is, in the beginning, he was doing really
He was
well.
fine.
And the reason he was doing well is because he was breaking Merab's rhythm. Merab is like just like every other fighter.
And he kind of starts off
slowish.
slowish.
You gotta get in rhythm, and then everybody, every sport really, you have to get in rhythm. And if someone breaks your rhythm, you're prone to just lose a fight because of it. You never, like they say, that you never found your rhythm.
Well,
But
Merab is kind of wild though.
he is. But the thing
He
is
just
that
he just goes like he's
Magomedov started well. He started going forward and all that. He was aggressive, and I don't know if that's
Merab is no good on the back foot.
no, and that's how he was winning because Merab was like desperately shooting for takedowns. That's why he didn't have anything going for him. He didn't have that how he says he's a Mexican fighter, right?
Right.
He didn't have that Mexican fighter in him going forward and stuff. Those takedowns became easy. I mean, they didn't become easy, but they were there because
Right.
he was putting Umar on the back foot.
Even the pressure because he threw so many
Yeah.
takedowns and only got a
Yeah.
couple, but when he got them, they had the impact of
Yeah.
a punch to the face
Yeah.
because Umar was getting tired and
Defending takedowns is not easy.
dude.
People say, "Oh, going for those takedowns, is hard and all that stuff." It is for a wrestler, of course, but defending takedowns from a wrestler like that, not to get taken down at that quality of wrestling, is super hard, man.
I think it's just like passing guard and keeping guard. I think the dude on the bottom is going to get tired faster.
Oh, you mean yeah, kind of. Yeah.
If I keep shooting on you and shooting on you, I'm going to get tired.
Eventually, yeah.
Especially not getting them.
The cardio.
But I think you're going to get tired faster
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, the cardio is different. I mean, And
The
and
cardio
I
is
think
different.
it comes from the fact that in the case of guard and guard passing and guard retention, it comes down to mobility and how you're able to move. When you're playing guard, open guard, like I'm gonna give Kate Rotolo and Levi Jones as
That's
an
what I'm thinking
example,
about.
but
Sure.
Kate is on his feet, and as long as he has that cardio, which he does, to move around and shoot into the guard and all that stuff, and then disengage and then move back in and all that stuff, and then just enough to make Levi tired. It did show in the third round already, third out of five
Because
rounds.
Levi's obviously in good
And
shape too.
we always, I don't know which time it is already, we talk about this. Yeah, Levi's in great shape.
talked about it with
We've
Gustavo.
talked about it with Gustavo. Yeah, if this fight was 25 minutes straight rather than 5 by 5 minutes, which gives him
a
rest.
chance, right?
Yes. I mean, the guy gets up and he kind of shakes his hips off, his legs off, he's ready to get back on his butt. But if you're on your butt for like, he would have been tired after probably 7 or 8 minutes already.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
And Gordon does that really well against. But I'll get back to Gordon in a sec. But in wrestling, it's kind of the same thing, except you're on your feet and then you're on your back foot because they're running and jump and shooting
Right,
into you.
right.
So now you're on the back foot, and
Right.
now you're trying to maintain balance
Right.
while defending,
Right.
pulling up the other guy.
Using a lot of
or
muscle.
trying to sprawl and pull
Trying to
him
sp-
up.
right.
Because you're not just sprawling there.
Trying
If
to
you-
change direction.
If you manage to just sprawl and stuff, then
That's the easiest.
the easiest, and probably the
Because
other
you-
guy didn't do a great job,
because you're
or he was
stopping his
tired
momentum.
or something. Yes.
If you can stop his momentum,
Yeah.
then you're on the advantage. But when you're
No, when you're resisting and you're trying to pull him up and all this
You're
stuff,
burning
and,
mad
and
calories.
scrambling. Yeah, just what happened. It's crazy how much more tired you're gonna be.
and it took him a
defending that.
while. It took him up to
Third
the
round, yeah, third round. But it all happened because I believe it all happened because he allowed Merab to get into his rhythm, and Merab's rhythm is going forward, and then from there on, it's like to him it's like child play. He's just doing whatever he wants,
Right.
up down. He'll smack you, and then he'll go to the legs. He was going for takedowns for the hell of it at the end,
He's
just
not
to prove
afraid
that he
to
can
throw.
do it. Yeah.
Dude, he's
he's got
the
iron
most
chin.
takedowns in the history of the
Yeah.
UFC.
Yes.
That's so
He
crazy.
just passed GSP.
Yep, it's like
Yeah.
92 to 90.
He just passed him. Yeah, he passed him with the first one, and then I
That's
think
so
he
intense.
passed him with the one where he grabbed Umar and he threw him to the ground, and then he just went back and he's like looked at the
Yeah.
time and he went like this or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, but I don't know either. But it was like it just looked cool, and they said,
He's
"Oh, he
pretty
needs
intense.
one to pass GSP," and
See,
then
I
boom,
didn't-
he got it, and then he started celebrating.
didn't
I don't
hear
know
that.
if that's if he knew that.
I didn't hear the announcers.
I don't
say
know
that.
because you're not counting takedowns while you're
I mean,
rolling.
he's
while you're fighting.
different.
He is. Who knows? Yeah.
He's strange.
Yeah.
I was so proud
I like
of
him
him.
a lot.
I'm so proud of him. You know he lives across the street from Aljamain Sterling? They live in this neighborhood. They did a thing, and he was like, "Hey," just called him.
Oh my god.
Dude came out of his house.
They
and
do
ran
their
over.
laundry on a line outside.
Right.
The moms.
Their moms.
They live with their moms out in Long Island, in the city.
It was in the
No,
suburbs. It's in a nice little
Are you
cul-de-sac.
sure it wasn't like in the Hell's Kitchen or something?
Nah, it was
No, they're in for sure in Long Island because their gym is in Long Island. Ray Longos is in Long Island. Why would they live somewhere else? Long Island is huge.
Well, I don't know what Long Island really looks like.
It's huge. It's like the biggest borough, I think. I don't
It's
know
a-
if it's a borough even. I think it is.
Yeah, I don't know
but it's-
anything. I've only
Oh no,
been
it's
to-
not a borough because
It's an island,
Brooklyn and
right?
it is. Yeah, Long Island. It's
But,
a long one
but
too.
there's no. I guess there's no suburbs on an island.
There is.
I don't-
No. It's humongous. It's like it takes I don't know a couple hours drive. But all of Brooklyn and all of Queens are there, and then start going further east. It's like open area. There's little towns and stuff like this. The Hamptons are there on
Long Island?
On Long Island, yeah. So
Wow.
so it's humongous. I mean it's
I've been to like New York City
yeah.
multiple times.
Well, how
It's-
did you fly in?
I live over there. We
Oh,
drove
that's right,
there.
you drove.
It's not
Okay,
far
yeah.
from my house.
Well, if you ever fly into New York City, you're probably gonna go to JFK, through JFK or New York, but if you go through
I don't
JFK,
know
JFK
if
is
I've
in
ever flown into New
JFK is
York.
in Queens, I think, and it's in Long Island on the island.
When I drove across country, I drove from California to New York, and then got on a plane to Panama to Barcelona. But I don't. We flew out. I don't
That's
know.
when you wrestled at the Olympics.
No,
Barcelona, in Barcelona.
No. I was gonna say I told you about that. I went to the Olympic. I went to the Olympic trials when I was in college.
I didn't know that.
Dude, I got beat up by No, I didn't wrestle Kerry Collat. He was there though,
Oh,
and that was crazy. I was like, oh my, he looks crazy. He's like really short and like
he is. Yeah,
this wide.
yeah, he is. He is.
I got beat.
Dude, have you heard of Kerry Collat's? I bought one of his T-shirts because I wanted to support him. I was so like,
He's pretty good. He got robbed in the Olympics.
yeah, he did, but
Sad.
not the Olympics. No, was it the Olympics or the
Yeah.
Worlds? It was not the Olympics. He got
Okay.
robbed in the Worlds in
Okay.
in Iran, I think, or something.
And the
In
Olympic, yeah.
in
The
Tehran,
Olympics is
yeah.
like the world championship that year, but
Pretty much, yeah. But I don't know, maybe it was the Olympics. I don't know, but
I think it was by a Russian. I think it was the. I thought it was the Olympics, but I can't.
yeah,
I
very
can't
genuine
argue
also.
about the world championship because I remember hearing the story and it was like
Yeah,
sad.
I watched a documentary about.
That's
But
when he was nasty when he had blonde hair.
yeah,
That's when he was badass.
when he grew up, when he was a kid, and his dad was fucking bullshit.
His dad was a little bit abusive,
Oh, not abusive in that sense,
Well,
but
too
abusive in
much.
terms of training.
like
yes.
doing like the push-ups.
Yes. Oh my God. I
Well,
can't
that's what made
imagine-
him so hard too. And
Yeah, hard nosed, but and hard
And
mentally
the dad
hard.
said, "If you want to do this, tell me if you want to do it." Like in the very beginning,
Yeah.
he was like, "If you want to do it, you're going to do it my way, and we'll get to where we want to go." But
Yeah, but his way was like 700 push-ups a day
I
and shit
know,
like this.
and he would punish him. He'd be like, "Do 100 more."
Yeah.
But that made Kerry Collat unbeatable. He was like, he's thought about is like the best high school wrestler ever.
Yeah, I know. He's one of the best American wrestlers ever.
Dude, he was
period. It's
so
not,
gnarly.
and it's not even close. The way he was handling his business was kind of crazy because he
Yeah.
would go and he would literally like
Just run through people.
Yeah.
There was a match his freshman year in college. He went against Mark Ironside
Uh-huh.
from Iowa.
Yep.
That match was crazy because Kerry Collat was on like this. I think that was Kerry Collat's second year and Mark Ironside's first year. Anyway, it was a badass match, and Kerry Collat was kind of not dominating, but he looked really good kind of in the
Yeah.
beginning. But Mark Ironside, that Iowa thing,
think
just
I've seen,
wore him
yeah.
out. It was super intense.
Hey, have you been paying attention to the wrestling this year? To the NCAA?
No,
I haven't.
I know
either.
it's almost at the end. I've seen.
Yeah, I mean it's almost there. It's the end of
They
January.
play
And,
on,
yeah.
on Flow, don't they? Some like they do
Yeah,
duels.
they do. But I try to watch,
I've
whatever
watched
I
a
can.
couple
on-
of matches, but
Yeah.
not even enough. Just like
if I watch duels,
Bo
I'm gonna
Bartlett
watch,
is
yeah.
one dude.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's like
It's good. It's really good.
he was a gnarly high school
yeah.
wrestler.
It's a Penn State, no?
I think he's at Penn State.
Yeah, I think
Penn
so.
State's not as good this year. I don't think as they were last year.
Well, I mean, they got
Last year they had like 6 champions or something like or 5.
Last year they had, but they kind of.
It's intense. They lost a lot of guys. I think.
Yeah, they lost a lot of guys too. But what's his name is back from Iowa. He's probably gonna take that championship. He didn't take the championship last year, but he went to the Olympics. What's his name?
Spencer Lee.
Spencer Lee.
Okay.
Spencer Lee. I
He
think
got
is
silver.
Back. He got silver. Yeah, he's back. He's really good.
Isn't that one dude back? Gable Stevenson.
Yeah.
He came back. He won the Olympics.
He won the Olympics.
Went
he
to
went to
WWE.
WWE, and now he came back to wrestling.
Yeah, I heard he totally like kind of pooped the bed with WWE.
I don't understand.
I don't watch WWE. I think it's crazy looking.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I used to watch it like in the 80s. Not WWF, but I
Yeah.
watched the other ones. Like NWA, there's a bunch of smaller ones, and they were good. But nowadays it's kind of crazy looking. But, I mean, those dudes are pretty badass athletes. Like, when I see Logan Paul do some of the stuff he's doing, I'm like, that's
it's-
impressive, dude.
It's
He's
crazy.
flipping, doing his
it's
crazy
all
stuff.
staged, but they do practice, right? That they do choreography practices and stuff like this, and when they do, it's
I
like
think they practice, but I think
their
some of it
bodies
is
get
just.
broken.
I think some of it is just like you know what I they
Yeah.
there's like a loose script,
Right.
but I don't think it's like. I heard Ricky Steamboat talk about a match he had at WrestleMania 3 that I was at. I was there against Macho Man, and he said the Macho Man was super technical, and they went over. Okay, number 1, throw to the ropes. Number 2, like you wrote a whole thing down like that
Shit.
for the entire hour-long or 45-minute long
Wow.
match. And Ricky Steamboat was like, I studied it because Macho Man was so particular about this match. And he was like, and it went so flawlessly. It was like super emotional. I remember the match, vaguely. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I don't think most matches are like that. Is what I'm saying. I think they're like, okay, you're gonna do this.
I see what you mean. But still, when they practice and when they do go
They're
over
pretty
all this
intense.
stuff,
They're definitely athletes.
I mean, dude, just jumping. That's not a mat. That's a podium, right? Like a boxing ring podium, and it's hard. Your body
Hulk
gets
Hogan
broke.
said he lost like 4 inches just because his finisher was the leg drop. So he said just thousands of times you're jumping up and his spine compressed
Oh my God.
over years. Yep.
Brother. Oh, brother.
And he's just he's crazy now.
Yeah, he's out of his mind.
Crazy.
He's out of his mind now.
Dude, he came back. There was like there was a mention in something I was watching, some news. They did like a WWE, I don't know if it was a Hall of Fame show. It was some kind of show. And he showed up and everyone was just boo. Like it was
Oh, yeah.
Like
I
they
read
turned
that, yeah.
down the volume. They tried to hide it for the broadcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this all about? And the guy that I was watching, he's like a reactor to
Yeah.
he said, and I didn't even know this, he was like 8 years ago, Hulk Hogan was caught talking some crazy racist
Oh, yeah.
black
yeah.
people stuff, and I was like,
He did, yeah.
They played it, and I was like, his daughter was going out with his black, and I was like, dude, it broke my heart.
He
When
did,
I went
yeah.
to WWF,
I
I
remember there
told
was
you,
something
WrestleMania
going
3,
on, yeah.
I met him, like, I went backstage and met him, and I mean, people are allowed to be people, I understand that, but it's just so weird when you kind of see somebody a certain way.
Yeah.
And then when I heard that, I'm like, it was
Shit.
like 40 years later, and I'm just like, oh my God. And it was kind of shocking.
Not for
what he
nothing.
was
Not
saying.
for nothing. But
Now,
it,
people need grace and everything, but it was still shocking. And I was like, and that dude made it seem like that's why they were, like, he hasn't been liked in a long time.
Yeah, not for nothing, but it was a big part of the Republican convention.
Dude, I heard.
The RNC, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of clownish, though, with
Oh,
the
they had
whole
all kind
ripping
of
the
clowns.
shirt.
Yeah, they had all kind of clowns
That's
there.
kind of, dude.
But he was like one of them, and Dana White was there too. But whatever, Dana White are friends with Trump, so
See,
they're,
to me,
they're
that,
not.
it's even different. I mean, I'm sure Dana
That's
White
what I'm
has
saying.
similar politics or whatever, but Dana White is like, when we needed,
Yeah,
he
correct.
came through.
There was
we
a
didn't have any
long-time
place to go.
relationship there. Yes.
Dana and Donald Trump was like, "Come over here, we got you," and. Dude, something like that. I understand.
Yeah, they have a friendship. They have, I get it.
I think some of the stuff is.
But so does Tom Brady. He's not out there performing craziness
I mean, he's got a little bit.
of his own, but still, Nah,
he's got his own stuff that he doesn't.
Tom is alright.
He doesn't need that attention either.
He just hates jiu-jitsu.
I mean, I kind of probably would too. But you know what? What I think with him, and I don't know, I don't watch football, I don't know, but what I think, he knows he messed up. He was number one guy, champion, had everything, and told his wife, "This is how they made it sound to me.
That's what I understood.
I'm only gonna do one more. I'm gonna do some crazy stuff," and he did it.
Yeah.
It was like when he went to the Bengals or something, some no-name team in
Tampa.
Right, Tampa, and I'm like, what is going on? This dude is unbelievable. I used to hate Tom Brady. I'm like, it's just, I don't even watch football. But when that happened, I was like, I can't say anything bad about him ever again because
How do you not even watch football and you hate Tom Brady? How do you do
the
that?
same way I don't watch basketball, and I used to not like LeBron. I used to always bring those two up.
Oh, speaking of which, big night tonight in LA.
Tell me, it's interesting when
The
people make
Lakers
it
just
interesting.
blew out the Celtics.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just now, like an hour ago.
That's cool.
Finished, yeah.
Are they good this year?
The Lakers are okay. I mean, they're not great, but they're okay. They're a playoff team. Celtics are
How's
they're
LeBron's son?
He's not okay. He's not okay. He's okay. He's a great guy. You know.
But not a good player.
I don't think so. I don't know. It's.
A dunk on him.
I mean, you probably would. He's 6'2", but you probably.
That's it's dope. When
you gotta live.
When his dad
live
is
up
like
to
so
huge
powerful, you'd be like,
expectations.
hire my son because I want to do something crazy. Okay.
You know what? It's a roster. He's at I don't know, some very like minimal salary. You know, I mean minimal by NBA standards. To us, he's a millionaire, right? I think it's $4 million a year or something. I'm not too sure, but it's a minimal salary, or it's a the what's crazy about it is that not only they drafted him, they could have drafted anybody because he was late in the draft. At that point, didn't really matter.
Right.
But they drafted him because of LeBron.
Right.
What's crazy
You
is
wanna
that
play
they
with
gave
his
him a
son.
guaranteed contract. That was the
What's that?
actual-
Even if he gets hurt, he gets money.
No, a guaranteed contract is basically you have that in baseball, you have it in basketball, you have it in football to a certain extent, but only for like some super fucking player. So the idea is that if you're a rookie, the NBA draft is 30 players in the first round, 30 players in the second round. And the first round usually goes for the better players, as you can imagine. The second round goes for the second tier players or third tier, whatever. Bronny was in the LeBron's son. Bronny was in the second round.
So he's what the kids call mid.
Oh, he's past mid. He's behind mid, but still, you know, I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. We're talking shit about professional basketball
athlete.
players.
A professional athlete.
They're gonna kick our asses
Right,
with their eyes
right,
closed, right?
right.
That's not the point. The point is that for the standard at the league that they're participating
Right.
in, they're not great, right? They're not good.
Are those
So-
ball boys better than?
I don't think so, but still, you know. I mean, look, they're
I thought
probably,
the one was pretty good.
Huh?
I thought the one ball boy was good.
I don't know who.
The light skinned one. There's like a Loangelo D'Angelo.
Oh! I thought you mean the ball boys that are like
That are working.
Yeah.
Like, give me some water.
You know the ball boys. You know the
Give me a wet towel.
when they do the shoot around and they pass the ball. You know.
Oh, they
Yeah.
fetch the balls.
Yeah.
Like the tennis ball kids.
Yeah. Well, no, the team.
What's
the team has them.
What's Adam Sandler? Waterboy.
Waterboy.
They call him Waterboys in football.
But no, Lonzo and the other ones, they had some. No, they were better.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I say the word because Lonzo is injured and shit. But his brother Lamelo, I think, he's better. Like he's a good player, right? Is he a superstar? I don't think so, but he's
He
a good
plays
player.
for
Charlotte, I think, right now.
I don't know how I remember some of this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. But in any case, so the crazy thing is that from even if you're a first round player, only first to seventh pick are guaranteed contracts, which means that if you get picked with eighth, you go to that team and
You try to fit
and you gotta fit in.
Okay,
In order
and
to
if
get a
not,
contract,
you're out of there.
or you get you get your first year contract, but then you're not. I don't know exactly how the rule is, but
okay.
guaranteed contracts are basically 4-year, 3-year, 5-year contract, whatever the case. Right nowadays they don't do that long of contracts, but 3-year contract, 4-year contract. They gave Bronny excuse me, I think a 4-year contract guaranteed, which is unheard of for a second. Yeah, but
Okay.
that's the and so people are like
That's the nepotism.
the nepotism.
But LeBron earned it.
You know, man,
He's done so much crazy stuff.
He's earned it. He's won a championship for the Lakers.
He got the
brought-
NIL stuff. He changed the whole lives of kids that aren't even born yet.
Yeah, he brought people back to the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers have always sold out, but he brought that hope back to LA after years, you know. And
He's a
Kobe
superstar.
retired. They needed another superstar. Anthony Davis came in. The two of them actually work very well together and all that stuff. So it's okay. I got nothing. I mean, come on, second round draft pick player. It could have been anybody. Also, they the way they work is they have 12 players on the roster on the bench at the time, and they send Bronny and other players regularly to because they have more than 12 players on the team, right? They send Bronny and others regularly to the their other league, the G League, whatever it's called.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
kinda like the minors?
it's the development league, whatever it is. Yes, the minors. Yeah. So they're every team has team in that development league, and basically you send players to get playing time to get competitive. You know, it's
That's not during the regular
it's
season,
like-
though.
no, it's during the regular season.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Bronny was here
I thought it
tonight.
was kind of like a summer school league.
No,
thing.
no. During the regular season, because what's happening is you can't be warming the bench the whole season and not get playing minutes.
Right.
Or you could be that guy that's warming the bench and then he's getting playing minutes, but he's a bench player, but he only gets like, let's say 5-6 minutes a night, but on a regular basis because he has a specific role on the team, you know. But Bronny's like the kind of player that he's gonna be on the end of the bench all the time, you know. So they try and give him playing time, so they
Okay.
send him to, and he's doing well in that league, which goes to show you that's a professional fucking league. It goes to
Right.
show you the tiers of, you know,
Just like
the
jiu-jitsu.
level.
The
Absolutely.
more I watch, like all these different professional, like, I'm like, there's so many.
Dude, let me tell you something.
When you start from yourself,
Yeah.
looking up,
I can't.
dude, it's crazy.
I'll tell you something. Jiu-jitsu is hard for me to judge because I'm a brown belt now, but I'm at an age where I'm not mobile, and I can easily lose to like a young blue belt who competes all the time. Easily, I mean on points, probably not
A
submitted,
second
but
emotion.
probably not submitted, but on points
A
easily.
competitive?
Yeah,
Dude,
easily.
Yeah. It's a scare. It could be scary round.
I'm talking about someone my size. I'm not even talking about a bigger, more athletic guy. I'm talking about someone my size. Definitely gonna outscore me, right? So because jiu-jitsu is practiced by older people like us, unlike wrestling, you just can't fucking practice that thing when you're that old, right?
You don't go to.
You cannot wrestle with a 20-year-old guy if you're a 50-year-old. It's just, I mean, you can.
It's not gonna be fun though.
It's not advisable because of the injury
And
risk.
then why are you doing that?
Yeah.
You can say about jiu-jitsu, it can keep
Oh.
me in shape. There's the whole self-defense aspect. It's a
Yeah.
martial art.
It's
Wrestling
not-
is a sport.
Wrestling is an
And
impact.
sport jiu-jitsu.
Impact sport.
Sport jiu-jitsu is a sport too. Those rotolos and tackets,
Yeah.
dude, you're only doing that for probably the same amount of time you can do NCAA.
Yeah.
Your body can only do that banging.
But I was gonna say something. So you can, I definitely cannot go against like a 20-year-old wrestler who my size. We're talking about my size. We're not even talking about bigger people who has wrestled 4 years of high school and is on his way to college wrestling. I cannot do that. I can't wrestle those guys. You've been there. You know the quality of these guys. There is a difference between somebody who wrestled 2 years in high school or so and so, and then won matches because the other guy didn't show up and stuff. You know, like forfeiting and stuff like that. That's a different story. And I know because I've wrestled against kids that are in high school, or kids that are or guys that have wrestled in high school but they haven't gotten any further.
Right.
But a fourth year high school wrestler who is on his way to college to wrestle, no fucking way. That's another level. That's my point. There's a difference. And college wrestlers just killing me.
Right.
They're just killing me, and not just taking me down. Once they take me down, I can't get out of there.
And also,
it's big fucking difference. There's levels to that shit, you know?
I wrestled high school and college, but high school we're talking in the 90s.
Yeah.
Wrestling has changed since then. So even I was that normal, okay, high school wrestler and normal, okay, college wrestler.
Yeah.
Like nothing special, but I still can use those tools even now.
Yeah,
But
especially in a jiu-jitsu context.
they're obviously diminished. But what I'm saying is even the stuff that I knew back then, like my good stuff,
Yeah.
compared that wrestling has evolved now.
Oh, of course.
So it's not even just physical; it's like a whole evolution to where
Yeah.
I would be kind of lost in the sauce against a college wrestler today.
And the wrestling, the rules of the rules are more or less the same. The point scoring system
Oh,
it
right.
changes all the time.
Right.
In collegiate wrestling, high school wrestling goes with collegiate. They're a little bit different in terms of scoring, but we're talking about college wrestling, and then we're talking about freestyle wrestling, international wrestling. They
different.
also the scoring
Different.
changes, the times of the
Like Henry Cejudo, when he was on his way, I was watching some matches with him, and I kind of know what's going on, but there's a bunch of stuff that happens, and I'm like, why are they doing that?
Oh, in
like if there's
international, in the Olympics, yeah.
like there's one rule that was weird. It's like if there's no takedown after a certain amount of time.
They go part there.
No, I've never. I hadn't seen it before. One dude starts with like either a single leg.
Oh my god,
Or
I didn't even know that
or
shit.
something else. And I was watching the guy, and the guy started with a single leg on Henry Cejudo.
Oh, that
It's kinda like jiu-jitsu. It's kinda like,
yeah.
the EB overtime.
You start on a single because in this case Henry Cejudo had less activity probably. So it's like okay, you're 0-0, but we need you to somebody to score, and so
And the dude didn't. I thought it was like a.
they give him an advantage essentially, an
Right.
advantageous position where he
I
can
thought it was
actually
like
score.
picking the top or bottom.
Now they got 30-second clock, like a shot clock, where you actually have to score.
Right.
If you're.
Right. If you don't score,
yeah.
then they get a score.
And they got a strange fucking thing. Like I've seen
I think it's
in
kinda-
international
it's kinda
wrestling,
weird.
they got those warnings that they give they give passivity warnings. So they go warning blue, and it's like the funny thing is that the guy is trying. It's not like he's not. But in freestyle wrestling, a lot of it is about staying in the middle.
Right.
Whoever controls the middle is actually favorably looked at.
Right.
So if you have your back, that's why Kyle Dake loses some matches. By the way, he might not. Who am I to say? But still, he has lost some matches because judges don't like his style. Because what he does is he plays along the perimeter because he's so good defensively, and he tricks people into attacking and then count. He's a counter wrestler, right? The problem, he's like the equivalent of Mayweather
Okay.
fighting back on the back foot and then countering, right? He's the equivalent of that. The problem is that in freestyle wrestling, this is not rewarded. This is rewarded with passivity calls and stuff, right? They put you on the clock and stuff. So if you can't score a takedown on your own, when they put you on the clock, you end up losing a point. And then
When you talk about him losing, you're talking
Kyle.
about at international
at
competition.
international, Taldec, yeah.
Yeah.
At international competition. So
I don't think
the
I saw any of
freestyle is
Olympic matches.
freestyle is very, I mean, even in the worlds and stuff, freestyle is very
But he's won, didn't he? He's the world
worlds,
champion.
not Olympics.
Not Olympics.
He got third place, I think. Worlds,
Yeah,
yes.
he kind of. I did see him win a bunch of matches.
The thing about the worlds in the Olympics is that they don't, like this last year, 2024, there was Olympics, right?
Right.
There was also worlds. The guys that, because the Olympics was in the summer, the worlds is in September. So the people that participated in the Olympics did not participate in the worlds.
Really?
Yeah. So
Is that new?
I guess, I don't know. I also thought that the Olympics and the Worlds are not on the same
Well,
year, but it is.
because how I didn't
look
know
up,
that.
Look up on your phone.
I didn't know that until Chael Sonnen said. Chael Sonnen is like big into like amateur
Yeah.
wrestling, and he was like, yeah, he always when I used to listen to him.
Changes
a lot,
all the time.
he was like the Olympics is the world's. During that year.
Yeah, you would think so, but not this last year, 2024. Go ahead and check Google Wrestling Olympics 2024. There it is. So we had in the Olympics, that was in hold on, schedule and results. They're not gonna show the dates, but let me see if you can see when it was. It's freestyle. Overview. Oh, maybe overview, just see the overview. But anyway, it was in the summer. Right now we're gonna look at
The Japanese crushed it.
oh, they killed it. Wrestling worlds.
Their dudes and
It is?
girls killed it.
October 28th to October
Oh,
31st.
wow.
And by the way, Sajulak was there in the worlds.
He was in the Olympics, wasn't he?
No,
Oh, I think I saw him.
it was in Albania, in Tirana. And now they're doing
He
the.
got. I thought I saw him get beaten this past year.
Such a life? No, he won. I thought. No. He got beaten. Yes, he got beaten.
And what was that in?
In the worlds? Hold on, medal table. Hold on.
Okay. Because he wasn't in the Olympics.
Individual neutral athletes. Oh no, that's just showing that.
It was strange seeing him
Yeah.
not.
Is he 92 kilogram?
I think he's bigger than that,
David
right?
Taylor, yeah. Such a life. Oh no, he took gold medal in the worlds. He took gold. David Taylor got third. Remember, David Taylor lost his first match, so he couldn't fight. He couldn't go for the gold medal.
I saw such life.
Yeah.
I don't.
But he got the gold then. Such a life.
He's good.
He's really good.
I kind of knew David Taylor wasn't going to win, dude.
Such a life is the kind of guy that you know exactly what he's going to do and you can't stop it. He's going for that single leg.
What's the dude's name that he would go against all the time for America? Kyle Snyder.
Kyle Snyder, yeah.
Dude, Kyle Snyder is so good. And, I mean, other than the time when Kyle Snyder beat Sajalayev, which was incredible, pinned him, I think.
Sajalayev been dominant. He's
so dominant. He's beaten him like 5.
Yeah,
They're like 5 to
4,
1 or more.
I don't know that it's 5-1, but he's beaten him in
He's beaten him
more, definitely
way
more.
more.
Yeah. Then I think Snyder only won him once.
Yeah.
Won over him once, but no, Sajalayev is a legend, man.
He's so strong.
He's super strong. These guys are crazy, man. They're training. Did you see the
Legends.
training? Did you see the Mighty Mouse went to train with
Khabib and them?
Khabib and them?
Yeah.
Did you see that shit?
I saw parts of it. I didn't watch
They
the whole
did
thing.
the training stations. You know, you're lifting, you're
Oh,
doing
yeah,
and all
yeah.
that stuff.
I did see
Oh
that.
my god! And then he gets them wrestling. So he goes like, you're going Greco-Roman, and he brings those guys like silver medalist, silver Olympic medalist
Yeah.
wrestler, and he's like, you do a Greco-Roman, and your buddy goes and he does like, let's say, what do you call those, snatches or whatever, you know, with the crossbar. I
Heavy
think.
weight ups.
Yeah. Weight lifts, but not really
Yeah.
that heavy. Just like fucking plyometrics and stuff.
Like it's tiring.
Yeah, and then right after he's done lifting, you go lifting, and he goes and does Greco-Roman, and it's like
Non-stop.
And then
That's
when
why
he's
it's so surprising
when
that
he's
Umar
tired, he
fell
go and do
off.
10 kicks. Yeah.
I mean, I was like, what am I watching? And I don't know if that's Merab is so incredibly more conditioned or
because he broke his hand.
right, or if that had something to do with it.
I'm sure it had
when
something to
you're
do
stressed
with
out, calories are burning when you're in a fight, and you're trying to like think.
Yeah, I'm sure. Which hand was it?
I think it was his right hand.
Yeah. He's a southpaw. He's not.
I don't know a lot about the stand-up. I don't pay attention to even that closely.
I can't remember if he's southpaw or not, but I think no, he's southpaw. Yeah.
He didn't look. I will say I don't think anyone suspected that
Yeah.
because it's not like he stopped throwing punches.
No, he didn't stop. He didn't stop. That's the thing. But he
They just
definitely
became less effective.
His effectiveness really went down. Yes. But again, I mean, I don't know how much of it because he has good kickboxing, so he can kick as well and all that stuff. He could have just kept Merab on the back foot, but something changed.
Well, Javier Mendez said he was upset that Umar didn't tell him. That. He was like, because we could have switched some stuff up,
Yeah.
and they mentioned, you've got good kicks.
Yeah.
He would have, added that. What do you
Yeah.
think about Paul Hughes against Usman? I think
don't know what to
Usman
think.
is a step above.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've watched like 2 Paul Hughes fights,
I
and
haven't
he's
seen.
good.
Yeah, I haven't seen him fight.
He's good.
honestly, but I've seen Usman fight, and I think he's really good. And I can't
He
wait for
reminds me of
Usman
the
to get
Ian
what weight
Machado
class?
Gary.
What weight class is Usman?
I want to say 55, but I'm not. I don't know.
It can't be. Really? Or is that why he's in the PFL?
Probably. Or he was in Bellator, wasn't he?
Same. Yeah, Bellator got bought by.
Well, I think he
PFL,
was in
but-
Bellator, and then, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is that he's not in the UFC because of that, because
He's
of his weight
tall.
class. Yeah, I think he's heavier though. Something tells me he's heavier. Check on your phone. You got your phone there.
No,
What'd you get that phone for?
I know. I've got the world here. This is new too.
That's new to you,
New to me.
old timer.
You're always like, what do you have, an Android or a Galaxy? I'm like, it's like an off-brand
Straight out of China.
OnePlus.
This
mine.
is how China gets their information.
Like a head off. His weight should be 154.
Oh shit!
He's tall and
That's
skinny.
why. That's why he doesn't fight in the UFC, because
he just
there's a conflict. What's his
Yeah.
name is there? Makhachev is there.
yeah.
But if Makhachev goes,
He's not beating
goes-
Makachev, dude.
they're not even gonna fight. But
They're definitely not gonna fight.
but if Makhachev goes up in weight class, which he wants to do, because Makhachev says he doesn't want to fight people he's already fought.
Right.
Like
And
just
Makachev
to,
says he doesn't want to. He doesn't, or he wants 2 belts. He wants to hold
Yeah.
2 titles.
he said he'll fight Sean Strickland. He said, "Fuck it, he'll fight Sean Strickland. He'll fight Duplessis." He said he'll fight Duplessis. They asked him what about
Pereira.
and he's like, "Nah, it's too big.
Yeah, it's too
I need to get." He said, "I need to get on the DC diet."
I thought that was cute.
I know.
Dude, I don't know about. I could see him fighting Sean Strickland because Sean Strickland is one-dimensional.
Yeah.
He might even be
Oh,
good
he's
at
gonna kill him.
like keeping you in his one dimension, but dude,
He's
when
not
you're
keeping Makhachev in anything.
no. What I'm saying is that's why he seems so good.
Yeah.
If he can bring you into that, and then he has that weird just jab
Yeah.
thing. But he's asking Dricus. He's like, let's make a pact, no takedowns.
What
I'm
is
like,
this?
how are you a professional athlete? Kevin Holland surprisingly did the same thing. He was like, let's make a thing where you don't take me down for
To whom?
2 minutes or 2 rounds. I'm like, how are you a professional fighter trying to make a deal with your opponent, telling him your weakness? Let's just bang it out for the people.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm so tired of
How
hearing
about
Sean
I bang
Strickland
you
with
out
right,
on the floor?
exactly. Thanks for telling. Now I'm gonna ragdoll you.
Yeah,
Now
I
that's all I'm going
And
to focus on doing.
Dricus is like another one, man. He's
He's super awkward, but I don't think he's
awkward.
that good.
He looks like he never. I mean, he looks like he's trained cardio his whole life, and he's never trained fighting.
He's
he
super-
looks so awkward.
It's not sexy, which you don't have to be sexy,
but it's crazy how
it
he's
just
successful
looks so,
at that.
which is like Sean Strickland to me. It's surprising. He's
Sean Strickland has a style.
Good,
He
he's
has
good
something
in
that
his
you can
super
put.
one dimension,
Yeah, you can.
and people don't take him out of that.
It's,
And I hear him, and dude, he probably beat me with he's like, I'm a black belt, but I just threw it away. I don't, jiu-jitsu doesn't work. And I know he's kind of a troll, but I bet you if someone that's wrestling minded, if he plays with them, he's going to get dominated.
I'm pretty sure that Makhachev can
I think
take him
Makhachev
down,
would-
take him down, and you'll submit him
I
just for
think
the hell of
Makhachev would
it.
have a hard time with Duplessis, but would kill Sean Strickland.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I mean, everybody would have a hard time with Duplessis because
Sean
you just
Strickland's
don't know
also
what
scared of Muslims.
Duplessis is. Duplessis would. You just don't know what you're gonna get from one round to the
100%.
next.
And
It's
he's tough. He's tough.
He's tough. He's got.
Which I
chin,
think
he's
is
got
also helps
wrestling.
Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
He's one dimensional, but he's tough.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really get tired.
And stupid.
Dude, he's.
He
Let's
looks
do the
like
man dance.
he looks
I'm
like
what
he
are you
has a.
talking about?
He looks like he got CTE before he got hit in the head.
Dude, there's a video. It's super sad. There's a video of John Wayne Parr.
Oh my god, I saw
Did you
that.
see
He got
him?
Tourette's.
Oh my god, he
Oh,
started crying.
shit.
It broke my heart. But Sean Strickland wrote a reply to that,
Yeah.
and he like wasn't making fun of him, but he was like, I've got a twitch too, like
Made it about him.
well, he kind of did, and it was kind of ridiculous what he was saying, but he was like, saying he's feeling weirdness in himself, and I was like, and he was like, dude, like rubbing your fingers together helps being distracted. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but what John Wayne Parr just has, rubbing your fingers together isn't going to help that. You need some pharmaceuticals or Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, but he's taken so much abuse over the
John Wayne
years.
Parr, I was thinking the same, man. He's fought forever, and he's being kicked in the head and stuff.
Dude.
That's why
I hope
told,
not, but it's going to get worse.
That's why I told Albert, man. I got him to train with Jay and Sasha every now and then, and like stand up, and I'm like, you're trained to stand up so you can carry yourself, so you know what distancing is all about, so you know what you can do with your right hand, with your left hand, and what stance is all about, so you know which leg is strong to kick with and how to keep people at distance before you use your jiu-jitsu. Don't fucking fight. I mean, good thing he doesn't want to.
Right.
But I'm like, even if one day he changes his mind, I'm gonna try and talk him out of it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't want him. Like this to me.
I don't even like. I would never.
It's
I don't
weird
like
for
football.
us because we're like so much into that shit. As long as it's somebody else getting hit in the head.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to get hit.
Yeah. And it's like.
I hate football for kids. And if
Yeah.
I don't have any kids, but I would not want my kid. I would try to be like. That's not
Even high school football, man.
Dude.
That's not.
And where are you going with it? It's only going to get. It's the longer you go, the more damage possible. It's impossible to become a pro, and if you do, then you're really in trouble. Most pros only go 3 years,
Yeah, that's the average.
dude. And then as you continue forward, if you do, it's more options to get damaged.
Yeah.
And then once you're damaged, it's like they can't even.
Remember when Junior Seau died?
Oh my God! Yes, I do. I used to watch football back
He killed
then.
himself. Yeah, when he killed himself, he was very close to LA because he was San Diego Charger, and the Chargers have even more, but even then had a big following in LA, especially the southern part, And Junior Seau just killed himself one day, and then it turned out that he had CTEs and stuff like this, and all this.
You can't diagnose it until you're dead. That's what's crazy.
That kind of they can't tell that that's why, but once he died, so that's when this whole thing got like started. That was about I don't know.
A while ago.
That was a while ago. I was working at this place in Santa Monica at the time, and so it could have been around 2008. I was already watching football. I started watching 2008, so maybe 2009, 2010. And one of those around then, like 15 years ago. And when he died, it was like the saddest fucking thing.
Yeah,
and
sad.
then when he came out, as a result of what he committed suicide, what caused him to commit suicide, it was like even sadder because, people kill themselves out of depression and stuff like this.
For relief.
Yes, but like Robin Williams, but the thing is that doesn't mean they're mentally, like their brain is not damaged. They're depressed. They have a problem that they need to work on.
Well, I think the brain it has become damaged.
It has become damaged, but not from external, not necessarily because. Most people that have that depression and then suicidal thoughts or they commit suicide altogether, that we know of at least, they are not being punched in the head or with Seau it happened and with many others I'm sure, just repetition. It's fucking sad, man, and it's like the hockey players, bro. There's the same thing. You look at hockey players and you're like, well. With football, like you don't get hit in the head. No, but every time you hit somebody and his body falls on the ground, and it's like, and it's a difference between wrestling and that because in wrestling, have you noticed that wrestlers don't get that shit?
Right.
Because wrestlers,
amateur wrestlers.
We're talking about I wouldn't put it past the pro wrestlers.
No, that does happen.
That's a different story, yeah. But amateur wrestlers, they when they get taken down. They don't get taken down the same way that a football player. It's not a collision. It's not a collision. When you're shooting on the legs or whatever, or into the body of another person, and he's defending the shot because he expects it. It's a different story from you looking that way and you get hammered like this way. It's a very different story.
And Joe Rogan.
And the same thing with hockey.
Joe Rogan. This sounded a little hyperbolic, but he was talking like he knew what he was talking about.
That's
And
Joe Rogan.
I know, and I'm kind of going to defer to that because I'm too lazy to research it. But he was like talking about the amount of force it took to cause damage because of repetition, and he was like that.
Well, yeah. So what?
But that over
time.
continuous.
Yeah. What he's saying is that if you just get hit once in the head and you get concussion, it doesn't mean that you're gonna get CTE.
Right.
But if you get hit in the head
Well,
even
like,
without
even like
concussions,
jabs.
you get hit in the head over a period of
Repeatedly.
20 years. By the way, that's why that's the official version of Mayweather, his own version. But that's why he retired. He said that he noticed his uncle was starting to get certain things, and his uncle passed away. Roger Mayweather, right? He passed away not too long after, a
Right.
couple of years after Mayweather retired. But Mayweather retired because he's like, I don't want to get to that point. So and he's the fighter that's been hit the least, I guess.
Right.
Roger Mayweather was a very good defensive fighter too, and still, So,
Like guys like Jiri.
dude,
I'm so scared,
Oh.
and
it's inevitable, man.
Those Diaz boys.
Oh, bro,
I think this
I
last
think
episode.
with them it's pretty obvious already.
I think it's already right. It's coming.
Yeah.
Like you can see it. It's like, oh my
dude,
god!
I can't even talk, man. It's,
Please stop fighting Tony Ferguson.
Oh.
Like, just looking into the future. Like this whole. I want to ask you about. You've heard about this GFL.
What's GFL?
It's Global Fight League.
Uh huh.
It's team based. They're gonna have a draft. So there's like a 300 fighter pool apparently, and the draft is like tomorrow, I think, or this weekend. Out of 300 people, there's gonna be a draft. There's gonna be, I think, 120 fighters that are drafted. 6 teams. Each team has 20 fighters.
Uh-huh.
And it's like Brazil, Miami, Abu Dhabi, London. Like, those are the
Yeah.
teams. Like, you remember the IFL?
Yeah. So it's gonna be.
Kind of like that, but
Yeah.
but the fighters are. A lot of the fighters are on the UFC, that money list,
Yeah.
and they had to give those statements saying they have CTE. Vanderlei Silva,
Oh my
he's
God.
signed. There was another one because they made a point. They're like, why are these guys especially signing when they already admitted to having symptoms of CTE to get money from the? And with these guys, it didn't seem like they were bullshitting. Like Wanderlei Silva, he's been hit so many times. He's known for taking hits to the face for years.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just.
He's probably
even-
damaged, and there's a
even-
couple of other ones.
Even champions like, speaking of Silva, like Anderson Silva, he was playing his game, but then he got hit a lot too, man.
Right.
He got hit a lot. He took a lot of fucking shots to the head, and it's like even champions, and then there's like the other tiers of fighters, and it's a savagery sport,
And these dudes are like in their 40s. It's just like
So, yeah, some of those
I'm
guys,
gonna watch it if I can, but it's so I don't want to watch it. I don't think anyone really does
Have
either.
you ever sparred with boxing gloves and you get hit in the
Yes.
head and your head just goes like a
I didn't like it.
just as if you smacked it against the wall or something. That usually happens when you don't see the punch coming. Those
Yeah.
are the knockouters.
And in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. I was, I thought I could punch, and then it was a dude Steve Thompson. It was a good friend of mine, my next door neighbor. But he was older than me and more skilled. I had no skill,
Yeah.
and I was just getting punched. And I'm like, now if I teleported back to my younger self, I'd be like, I'd get in Steve Thompson's. I'd be like, "What are you doing? Don't be bullied. What are you? You're not making somebody tough by punching back at him.
yeah.
Like that's not cool." But he didn't do it out of malice. I'm sure. I was super.
No,
mad.
it's a
But I didn't
horrible
like it.
feeling.
I was like,
Yeah.
"What is this?" It was uncomfortable. I didn't.
Every time I've sparred, I've sparred. I haven't sparred in a couple of years now, but I can't even move around like laterally anymore. But every time I've sparred, I feel like I felt after that like I got a slight headache, you know. And I've spoken to a lot of people; they all feel the same way. So it's like it can be good.
It
for you.
can be
It can be
healthy.
good. And I'm not like I haven't sparred that much to say, oh, that's bad, you know, like you don't know. I don't know that, but I'm just saying that every time I did, I felt like a little bit of a
Dude,
like my
there's
head didn't feel
delicate
good.
stuff going on inside of this thing.
It's your fucking.
We're not talking about hardening your bones for Muay Thai.
This is like
This is
taking-
different. These
like-
are finely tuned.
It's like taking a computer and
It's like the most
and smacking the
complex
processor to see
physical
how
thing
long.
ever created. You know, and it's taking, dude.
We know exactly how every organ works. I mean, I don't know. I'm not fucking. We should have asked Dan when he was
Right.
here. I'm talking a little bit like Joe Rogan here, but assume that we know about every organ how it works in the human body, but we don't know how the brain works entirely, right? And
Right.
and this is what suffers from the continuous and
Right.
you know, all that hitting on the head, you know, and so it's like the one organ we don't know about. That's the most complex organ, and the one that actually keeps us moving literally
Right.
is the one that gets damaged, and we voluntarily put ourselves in that position.
It's
So
crazy.
I don't know. It's people get killed from single punch. There was someone not too long ago that.
Then there's the 5-finger death punch.
Oh, then that. Oh my God.
It's gnarly.
Yeah, yeah.
Make your heart explode or something, or
I thought it was a band. Hey, let's cut it out pretty soon because we're both. I mean,
I'm trying to go tomorrow in the morning.
in the morning. Yeah, I gotta get up in the morning. We missed yesterday, and today is kind of dodgy for me to stay up till late. And I woke up early, and I've been out all day. Also, what's next on the UFC? We can't wait to watch hit each other in the head.
It's
Oh, what happened with Mackenzie, man? You never, you know,
Mackenzie won.
she won. I know she won, but how you feel about it? You know, you're a big.
I'm trying to remember.
She won with an armbar. She took the arm with her.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I remember you were excited about it.
Dude, Luke Thomas was talking about that, and he got me so excited. She's probably not going to be a champion. I thought she could for a while there, but it's like she wins and she loses. She wins, she loses. But I was so happy for her, especially because she's like going through kind of stuff in her personal life.
Yeah.
She's so pretty and just seems so cool, but she can't find love, and it's just like.
She hasn't met you. She hasn't met you.
She hasn't
bro.
met me yet.
Yeah, yes.
But I'm rooting for her, and she just needed a win, and it just warmed my heart that she won, kind of in such a dominant fashion. The last time I saw her fight, the last 2 times I saw her fight, she got
I
beat
mean,
up.
her stand-up is
Andrade, oh man, just.
I know.
It broke my heart. It's like when Misha Tate fights. I don't want Misha Tate ever to fight again. I'm like, that's my girlfriend. Stop fighting,
But
girl.
Misha had some good fighting skills.
She
too.
had some.
Yeah.
Tony
Yes.
Ferguson used to be the man, but it's like,
Misha's fucking wrestling was good.
Misha's
bro.
still under contract. Misha's still ranked.
Have you seen that? Have you seen she's?
I think she's like she's either 10 or 15. I mean, she's like in the bottom, but she's still ranked.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube? Misha was she went to a gym and there was guys there that like some big guys, but they don't know how to wrestle, and they were like, "There's no fucking way!" And they get in the in a cage. And,
She chokes him.
Oh, she took him down at will.
Really?
Like she was like, boom, boom. That guys didn't know what hit them literally.
I gotta look for that.
Oh shit! Yeah. It's. I mean, they did it knowingly that they're going against the fighter.
Yeah.
It's not like they're like, oh, there's some pretty girl that's.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
That's
she's
dope,
gonna.
too.
They knew that they're going against the fighter, but you know how people are. People.
I get it.
We'll fight bears as long
remember-
as I see red.
I remember the first time I got submitted. The first time, it was the only time, but I got submitted by a girl, and it
Like
was.
intentionally, not.
I didn't try.
Yeah.
She was her name was Kiana. Her name was like her stage name was Kiana Rain, but that's what she went by. She was like an actress, but she trained at Verdum's with Gustavo knows her.
Uh-huh.
Gustavo was there.
Oh my god.
It was a small class. I was rolling with her close to the front, and there was 2 other people, and then Gustavo was right there, and it took her a second to get it, but it was like a straight foot lock. Because it took a while. I was like, oh shit. I was like, she's got it. I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm like, I got a choke. And I had to tap because I didn't. It was in the area where I was like, dude, I don't want anything to break. I might be able to take. I can't. I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
I wasn't going anywhere.
There was this girl. She came into the gym. She was in town, so she came to train. It was a Monday morning class in the gi about a year ago, and we were rolling from, I think, guard pass. That was position rolling. She was a blue belt. She was like a big girl, but because she was wearing the gi, she didn't look as big as she was. Because I saw her without the fucking gi the next day, and she was like big, like not fat, not big? Fat, not fat.
Like
solid. Yeah, solid. I knew she was solid the moment we started rolling,
but
by then it was late.
It was too late.
By then it was too late. She had some stripes on her blue belt, and I was like late purple belt, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, I'm not gonna.
That's
go
when
and
you really got the gi.
I'm not gonna go and fucking, I'm like, all right. She fucking tosses my legs to the side because I started in guard. She tosses my legs to the side. She's fucking boom, 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 knee on belly, and I'm like, oh shit, she's heavy. Knee on belly, and then I'm like, all right, I can defend. I started turning to the side a little bit. She goes around, she grabs my collar, cross collar chokes me, and I'm like, oh shit, that is serious. Now, okay. We kept rolling after that. Never even got close to it.
Yeah.
But I took her serious. I treated her like I would treat a guy.
Right.
Not because she's good.
Right.
I mean, she was not because of
but
that, but because she was strong and big, and she could handle it.
Yeah.
And we after the class we rolled like a couple of 5-minute rounds, and it was good rolls, man. I was like rolling with it. And it turns out she was.
I've never experienced that. That would be cool.
She was from somewhere in the north, I don't know, Midwest, and she was moving to Vegas to live the life of a professional jiu-jitsu fighter.
Her.
So she was moving to professionally compete in Vegas.
That's dope.
And she was gonna train there and all that stuff.
I hope she made
it. So I'm like, whatever, But that was the one time I got, negligent, and I got negligent to the point where I let her pass my guard just like that.
Yeah.
Like without. And then after that, I wasn't negligent anymore. When she put that knee on belly, I was like, "Oh shit, that's serious!" And then I just couldn't get out of. She just put it on too fast.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, whatever. Don't let him get too close. I guess.
Don't let him get too close.
Yeah, don't let him get too close.
That's the theme for the night. We're gonna pass that on.
Yeah, but anyway.
Make sure you love us and
subscribe and like.
That's right. We're trying to get our 100,000 YouTube award, the silver.
I don't know where you're going with this. I'm 49 years old. I might be dead by then. Well, YouTube is gonna send us a plaque, and we're gonna be like fucking our grandchildren are gonna receive also.
In memory of.
In memory of. like 70 years from now, it's gonna be YouTube.
Only.
YouTube plus. It's not even gonna be YouTube plus anymore.
Pete will put it up back here.
Pete? What the fuck is Pete at this point? We're talking about the future, bro.
He's gonna live forever.
Pete is probably gonna live forever, the way I see him. Speaking of
sweating in the
I meant to mention this. I can't go without mentioning this. The Dars by Makachev. The fucking
the short one.
The short Dars.
The same thing you got Dustin Poirier with.
He got Dustin with it. He got Mighty Mouse in it in training with twice. Did you see that interview
I did see
where
that.
he goes like, "You got me with this twice today," and he goes like, "Brother, we're just drilling."
Yeah.
We're just drilling,
that's so
brother.
Cool. That's so cool.
So I kind of worked on that shit today a little bit to see. Yeah, me and Eugene, and then I hit it on Val. If you want to hit a submission on somebody, go to Val first.
Sasha second.
Sasha, yeah, but Sasha, you might break her or something.
Mm-hmm.
Val is tough. Val is like.
She's bendable, but
no, Sasha's tough too. But Sasha is like too small. You don't want to try, like fucking break her.
Well, Val is fragile.
Val is, nah. She's She's tough, man. When we roll, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, no, it's fine. I was like, okay. So I put the crossface, put a crossface on her, and I look down to see her face. She's like, cursing in Russian or whatever.
She just got a blue belt, right? Or she got
No,
stripes?
she got stripes. Yeah, she got stripes. It was like,
She just got her blue belt. Scratch that.
yeah. So I was working on that today. I'm really happy. I'll try it out
I
tomorrow.
thought the Dustin thing was like closer to a necktie.
Yeah, Japanese necktie.
Yeah,
Pretty much. But
this one I think was close to it, but I definitely think it was a Darce.
no, it was the same thing. You kidding me?
It looked, the setup to me looked like the same thing,
He
but I
looked
think it seemed
this.
like when you go to the side and it was the crank. I think this one was a choke.
He falls. It is. Yeah, the other one was also choke. He
I
put
think
Dustin to sleep. Dustin
Yeah.
went to sleep for a second. And you know what I was thinking because you know Val, she has a very skinny neck.
She has
And
a
what
skinny
happens
neck.
is every time you try to darce her or fucking head and arm choke her or
She
something,
can-
she's like, there's
Yeah.
so much space.
She can
here.
find
yeah,
room
she
in
can find
there.
room because the skinny shoulders and skinny neck.
Yeah.
There's like room here. It's like bone on bone.
To
and
get a
it's like,
seal
yeah.
is difficult. You have to
when
be
I
thick.
got the darce, the no bicep darce, if you want to call it that, or forearm darce, when I got it, I had practiced it before that a few times, and I was like looking for it when we rolled with her, and I found it, and I go and I did it, and it requires some body weight and a little bit of adjustment here, but when I did it, I held it, I held it there, and then after that she tapped, right. And the first thing I said was it a crank or was it? And her eyes were red, and she said, no, it was a choke. So here's the thing: when you
Did you
go,
fall? You didn't fall.
Yeah, I fall to the side. Yeah, I fall on top of her head. My rib cage on top of the head.
Do you come to the?
No.
You keep it there.
Keep it there, and you just kind of bring it in a little bit.
Okay.
And my body is on my rib cage is on top of the head. So
See, I thought when you
what-
fall,
what
the
you
rib
do
cage
is, look,
is how you're
look,
turning the
when
neck.
you do a regular darce, you're gonna go for. Let me do the other. This. I forget. When you do the regular darce, what happens is.
You're in your elbow, right? Yeah.
See how my foreman Axel told me that a long time ago. When
Your forearm's on the back of my head.
Right now there is a lot of space here, but my forearm is here. That's why the darces are always, and not always, but often cranks, because you have those kind of tendons here,
Right.
And that's what causes the crank. It's not really a neck crank. It's like painful on the tendons.
Okay.
Because my forearm is right here. This is
Okay.
my watch, but my forearm falls right here. When you do the short one, what happens is, with my weight on, you notice that my forearm is actually across your carotid. And now combine that with my body weight on top of your head.
Okay.
You feel how this becomes a choke?
Yeah.
And this is going to become more of a crank. You feel this?
Right.
Right? So, there is certain
But
science
the
to
short
it
one
because
is
of
easier
the...
to get.
I mean, it's easier to get, especially on bigger people, I guess. But I did it on Val. I can easily close my arms around her neck. But I did it to her because I wanted to test it if it's a crank or not. Because with darces, I always like crank her if I do it, because of her neck, right?
Yeah.
How thin it is. So I do it to other people, and I also crank them because of that. But Axel told me a long time ago, not a long time ago, but months ago, he told me that when he does the darts, he tries to bring it more shallow rather than shoot deep. You know how they say you shoot deep and all that.
The Rotolos, it seems like they're going.
They go deep, yeah. The thing is that when you shoot deep, what happens is your forearm, the one I'm talking about, the radial bone,
Yeah.
radius bone, that one is right here on the back of the neck.
Yeah.
That's what causes the crank.
Oh.
Whereas,
The shallower, it's more here.
but Axel has long arms, so when he shoots it shallow, he still closes it. When I shoot it shallow, I can't close it.
Right.
So for me to
Me
shoot
either.
it shallow, I have to close it here.
Right.
Now this works like a choke because it's shallow and the forearm is across the neck,
Okay.
across the carotid
Carotid.
artery. Yeah. Try it out tomorrow.
I like it because I can. It's harder for me to get Darces.
Yeah.
Like if I only get them if I fall into it somehow.
Yeah.
It just seems for me to get all the way to that to get a good angle.
Yeah.
I just find it difficult. But when I saw Islam do it to Dustin the first time, I was like, I could get that. I could just tell.
I feel that it's not that hard to get
and it
the
seemed
angle
even
for me.
shorter than
Yeah.
the Dustin one to me.
Yeah.
This one. it just
Yeah,
seemed like he was just. I was like, man.
And then he grabs with the gloves here. There's no slippage. There's nothing. You just
Yeah.
grab it right there, and then you just like use a little strength. You know, it's not more. It's not so much strength as it is compression. Just like what you do with a rear naked choke.
Right.
If you can compress, you can twist and all that, but if you don't pull him into you and compress everything close here,
Right.
you're not really. You're not contracting everything like a snake. You know, that's the idea behind the any strangulation. You want to kind of like bring it all in.
He doesn't have to be like all the way at like the 90 degree to get that.
No, actually, you got to be parallel. That's what I discovered today, for me at least.
Like head to head.
No, yeah. Parallel as in the bodies have to be aligned. That's why I stepped over the leg, I pull it, and then I fold to my hip so that my rib cage can
So you're
cover.
not here.
If this is the head over here,
Yeah.
and I go under and I do this, if I am here, it's not gonna happen because his head is free, right? It's not like when you go here like this. I finish my darces usually in the mount anyway, right? Or if I can scoop the leg or something and step over it. But with this one, I really had to fall to this side and step over my leg, step my leg over to lock myself parallel with him.
Okay.
So that I can finish with my body weight on the head.
Okay.
It was like kind of like weird because in the beginning I couldn't do it, and Eugene did it the first time, and I'm like, oh shit, that felt like serious. And then I couldn't do it twice and 3 times, and I'm like, let me see how you do it. Do it to me again. And he did it again, like I guess he fell into it naturally. And then I started analyzing it. And then I look at, he did it to Pete, and I look at it and I'm like, all right, so that's what it is. Then Pete did it to me. Pete did it also. And then we kind of like just went with it. But yeah, it's a good fucking, it's a legit thing. I thought it was a lot of strength, but it's body positioning and, you know, and the fact that the forearm aligns with the carotid artery rather than...
Because the Japanese necktie isn't up underneath like the Dars.
I don't know. No, it is, yeah?
I think it's more of like a... Like I saw...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's
yeah,
more of like
a
a...
3/4 Nelson or something?
Right.
Yeah. Well, the
Almost like when you... The one you do when you break them down
break
and
them
they come
down.
through.
That's what I was going to say.
I think it's just when you get that and then you fall and...
Kind of like the Schultz choke, but in reverse. Schultz choke is the anaconda.
Right.
It's anaconda, whereas this is... Yeah.
I saw BJJ Fanatics with John Danaher explaining the whole, like his understanding of the history of the Darsh back from the wrestling thing. It was super interesting, and when he was talking about the Schultz one, I was like, that looks like the
anaconda.
To me, like the initial of the Japanese necktie. Once you get them, then you fall.
But it depends on which side you close it. That's the difference between the anaconda and the Dars. Which
Right.
side you insert the arm.
The anaconda is a Bravo.
No, the Bravo and Dars are the same. Bravo is in the gi.
Oh.
Bravo
okay.
is in the gi, so just refer to it. But you can call the Bravo Dars and all that, and reverse and vice versa. But the Bravo is basically like, let's say you're in side control and you try to choke them, or knee on belly and you try to cross collar choke and they defend. You pull the arm, and that hand that's on the cross collar goes under on the other side, and then you don't close it like this. You just hold on to the gi on this side on the collar, and then you use your arm, and then you pull. Because his arm is here, you're on top of the arm. It's a very very suffocating triangle. It's serious, you know. But it's the same body positioning and same arm insert and positioning as the Dars. The anaconda is the other way. The anaconda, you go from the neck and you come out of the armpit.
Okay.
With the Dars, you enter the armpit and you come out of the neck.
Oh, and then
okay. And then you do whatever you do there. Yeah. But anyway,
I like those, but I feel like I have.
I'm gonna work.
Arms.
I'm gonna be working a lot on those. I was telling Gustavo, I need to work because I know the technique to do them. You know, I've done them quite a bit. I underutilize them. That's what I feel. So I'm gonna be trying a lot more. You know, just to get into because I'm not into the guillotines too much. I'm just not a guillotine person. Yeah.
I like guillotines.
Yeah, I'm not. On
I
a
just don't know
technical
how you
level,
get, like,
technical level, I know how to finish them because I teach them and all that. But on a practical level, I don't like them as much. You know.
You think they're less
No, I think they're high percentage. They're very
Well,
good submissions.
for your game or how you're comfortable with rolling.
I'm not comfortable with doing guillotines. I'm just not comfortable with it. Maybe for now. Maybe I'll just get to it. But I'm very comfortable doing the darts, and the darts and the anacondas are head and arm choke, and you can get there from guillotine. You know, like arming guillotine.
Right.
You can get there and then transition. You know, if they start rolling and stuff, rolling away, and you can really link them together very nicely. So
I like the Peruvian necktie too. I just gotta do a shout out.
Peruvian necktie is good, man.
I think it looks pretty cool too.
It looks cool, and it's like people say it's trash and all that stuff because it's like easy.
I've gotten it a couple times. I've
gotten it a couple of times, and I've only been got with it once. Ernesto got me in it, and he got me very tight in it. But he got me because he attacked a Dars first. So what happened was he attacked the Dars or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but it was a head and arm, right? He attacked the Dars. Oh, that's right. He attacked the Dars, and I went belly down and I opened up like this, so to defend the Dars, right? And then I stayed there for maybe a little too long, or he transitioned very fast. I don't know what.
It.
And then
you kind of opened yourself.
I opened myself, and then he cinched really, really tight. And then he went into it, and I by the time I was trying to escape, because you can feel it coming, but he jumped on it real fast. It got me as a secondary submission. It's not. I think it's great if it's like that, but if it's like your first submission in the chain,
it's kind of tough.
It's kind of tough to get it because it's very, very obvious.
One time, and it was almost like as soon as I jumped, he knew what was coming, and he just I was like, did I telegraph that, or he just knows it so well?
You always telegraph that when you do it. No, you. Everybody, you have to telegraph.
He was just so. It was just like.
Remember, I'm looking at your.
Shit out of here.
I'm looking at your legs from here, so I can always tell what you're trying to do. Whether you're trying to go behind me, you're trying to go for. I'm looking at your legs and I'm feeling your arm.
Quick though, if you can get it. Yeah, but it just seemed like he was like, oh, this fool's about to try Peruvian necktie, and then when I did, he was like, rah, rah.
Yeah, it's not that hard to defend, but he got me with the chain. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's do this.
Like, subscribe, comment,
all that. Love us.
Yes, so that we can finally get that plaque.
Get that plaque.
Yes.
Get our movie going.
Get our movie going. We got material for a movie.
Like the first scene.
The first scene. All right, that's it.
That's it.
So do you fucking?